Hello again, welcome back to another daily Binding of Isaac Repentance. It is June 20th, 2022. Well, technically in the last video, it was like close to June 20th, 2022. By the time I finished the run, it was that. So technically there's two runs today. Technically, but yeah. I mean, you're not, whoops. Well, I guess we're going to do an Isaac run today. Seed here is EB839HKR, because if I were to back out of this, then I'm going to lose my streak. So, I mean, streaks are not like a very big deal for me in this kind of game. I keep losing them and stuff. Either being hazard, either they're doing it on my own accord, or the game just throws me a curveball and I'm kind of struggling to make sense of it, and also and at the same time struggling to try to keep up my morale to keep playing the run. I should be like not checking for secret rooms that early like that. Anyways, what's been going on today? Well, good news. I'm over the hangover. I think it happened late last night, I think. If not, if I fell asleep, it probably went away, the rest of it. I might have had a tinge of it, I guess, last night, but it's gone. Yay! You learned your lesson? I don't even know what lesson I learned with that. I don't think there's a lesson to be learned from it. Like, I didn't overdrink. I didn't black out or anything like that. Like, I was pretty much in my reasonable bounds of drinking. I was keeping my limits.
Something's wrong.
You learned your lesson? Well, what lesson? Like, oh, don't drink. Okay. For fun. If you're legal age. Okay. Okay, I won't have fun. I'll just go. Oh shit! No, 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 no! I don't like that room. I'll just go to the dry bar, which I actually been to a dry bar once. It's not bad. I've only been there once, just to try it as a new thing. It's like, this is interesting. I don't know how they're doing as a business structure, because there's a lot of bars around here, and having a dry bar seems a little obscure, like a little unusual, I guess. Not obscure, but unusual to have. I mean, it's a good alternative, don't get me wrong, to alcohol, because sometimes people can get sucked in and drinking too much, or they have like a gene that may be more susceptible to addiction. Which I don't think I have it. I know family members who had that kind of susceptibility issues with that. I don't think I do. Quote unquote, I don't think I do. Because, like, I can go out and drink, get drunk or whatever, or sometimes not, just a little tipsy or something. It kind of varies depending if I'm in the mood. And yeah, I just don't go out and do it again and again and again. It's just like, it's extremely spread out. Okay, we're almost dead here. That's not great. Got some damage though. I keep getting those bad hits I'm taking those bad hits. I could be avoiding all that damage. Drinking gets a little complicated sometimes. Well, at least for me, like, I'm not familiar with drinking certain kinds of drinks. Like, I've had whiskey, I think, at some point before I cut that off because of gluten tolerance. I suppose they might have some whiskeys that are gluten-free, but I didn't really, like, peruse through any stocks of them to see which one is pretty good or not. Now, the gin, I never had gin before. as far as I can remember. Maybe I might have had gin in the past, maybe in a mixed drink. But I definitely had a couple of drinks with gin the other night. And it wasn't bad, because I thought I was going to hate it. But no, it wasn't that bad, really. Like, it wasn't one of those drinks. I guess it depends what kind of gin you get, then. Where it's like, some of them can have like a different kind of stronger flavor to it or something, or some weird taste to it. I did sample pure gin. I don't know what kind it was exactly, but you can literally drink that like water or something. That's what I compare it as. Because it's like, I've had other alcohol. I had stuff with vodka. I've had other kind of mixed drinks, and it had that very, you know, noticeable alcohol flavor, you know? Alcohol kind of sting to it. I can't describe it. It's like, it's something that, how do I put it in words?
Speed down.
Okay. Well, you know, fighting the boss is, I guess, okay. Preferably, I wanted to find a key to go to the shop, find maybe a possible other thing. Oh! Gotta be careful here. So I was talking to someone today that I said, yeah, I went to this X bar the other night, and they recommended me to get a New York strip there. It's like, is it better than this other place? She didn't really know, but I'm gonna assume maybe it'd be pretty decent. It's probably gonna be better than Applebee's steak, which I'm not really knocking on Applebee's about their steak. Okay, so Applebee's, all right, so you got different kind of restaurants here. Let me back up here. So you got different kind of restaurants. They have that kind of tier of quality, right? And so Applebee's, I compare it as kind of a lower tier quality. Now, having said that, I have had an Applebee's steak. Now, I don't think I had a New York strip from them, but I've had a hamburger steak, which I don't know if that was just the only thing they had at the time or if I picked the wrong thing. But anyways, I mean, it was okay. It was generic hamburger steak with, you know, whatever. I mean, they tried it. I mean, the waiter that was helping me with talking about this kind of thing, because I want to make sure that, like, there wasn't any issues with gluten or some weird thing, cross-contaminating. And the thing with restaurants, though, is they have a policy where they can't be 100% gluten-free. You know what I'm saying, with the cooking process? Because that'd be very difficult to have standards for. So they're going to try their best is the thing. Because anything can happen with these restaurants, I guess. And so it's one of these things where it's like, we're going to try to make sure it's gluten-free, but there's always a small possibility that you could get a potential cross-contaminating. And it won't be intentional or anything. So I did that. I mean, I was fine. You learn something new every day, too. Something like that. It's nice that they let me know. Now, having said that, I've had that kind of steak. And then, I mean, I haven't had too much steak over the years from, like, different restaurants. I've probably had steak from only 2 restaurants. The hamburger steak, which is not really a New York strip, and then my first New York strip, which was at a higher class kind of restaurant. And that one was so delectable, the one at the more expensive restaurant. Like a night and day difference. Not only because it wasn't like hamburger, but also it was more expensive quality cut meat. So I'm curious of trying the New York strip at this one new bar I went to. I mean, it's a higher class bar, which I would think as a higher class bar with some unique drink menu options and stuff. And they have creme brulee, which is interesting because I've had creme brulee at the one fancy restaurant last month. I imagine it probably won't be too bad. They would have like a little bit better standards than Applebee's, but I mean, I'm going to have to try it to see what I think. Maybe it'd be good. Maybe it's not as good, but it's like mid-tier. I don't know. I'm very curious. Someone recommended me about trying a New York strip there, and I'm like, all right, I'll keep my options open for that. If I can come in before the kitchen closes, I'll try it with another drink option. Experiment, if I will. I probably had, I mean, it's been a long time since I had a number of variety drinks that I never tried before in a row. Since like 11 years ago. I was experimenting a little bit at a bar. I mean, they were okay at the time. I mean, it was kind of a higher class bar in my hometown at the time. I think it still is, because there wasn't really much for like elegant options for, high quality drinks or anything. But that's the highest option for the town at the time. And I mean, it was okay. I mean, I'm not the kind of person, I've talked about before, I'm not the kind of person who likes Budweiser, which I think I had a Budweiser, or Bud Light or whatever it's called. It was an Oktoberfest one I had. It was before COVID. It might have been 2019, 2018. And ever since then, like, I can remember the taste of it, and it was absolutely terrible. But the reason why I drank it, because it was cheap alcohol. Just wanted to try it. And then after I downed the first one, I already was feeling the alcohol hitting me already, so I got another one. Worst mistake. That stuff. Like, I can still remember the taste. It's like, never again. And I can't have it anyways anymore, because that's gluten, obviously. But, no, that was just, no. And occasionally I see people buying, like, packs of beer around here. Cheap beer. I mean, I understand, people buy it because it's affordable and it gets them drunk. Cheaper beer, gets them drunk, cheapest way to get drunk, But me, it's like, I have standards with taste buds. Gosh darn it, I don't want to. I mean, you can get drunk off of White Claw, and that's gluten-free. But I hate White Claw. I mean, I hate it in a certain way. Okay, so let me back up here. The White Claw in itself isn't bad, but the problem is the flavoring. So, one time I had a dark cherry flavor or something. And I think I might have had another flavor too with it. But that flavoring was so strong, so nasty, I threw it up. And it wasn't because I drank a bunch of alcohol either. It was because it was just so ungodly nasty, I threw it up. So, oh, you little sucker, you sussy baka. So, yeah, I just essentially threw it up. Really? We're getting close with whatever that's going to pay out on. I think it gives us redemption or something since we took a devil deal. No, we didn't take a devil deal. That's right. Took something else. All right, don't get yourself killed, kid. All right, that's right. It's blind items, isn't it? BFF, that ain't going to entirely help me immediately. All right, we'll grab this. No, why do I grab that if... God darn it. I can't afford that a card either unless we maybe get something out of this. Alright, that red heart's actually pretty good. So... I'm gonna grab this. Oh, you son of a bitch! That was my fault. I was trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna go grab the soul heart here. Wow, that was unfortunate. I'll admit I screwed that up. That was definitely my fault. I was being too dangerous. See here is NS4SZESW. I thought it was gonna be cute and run down there and grab it in time, but I didn't. I had such a good run going on. Well, we got a Rad Tears right in the start, so that's always a good sign, right? God, this is just as bad as that one run I had with the bad tears rate. Lord help me. We're on a Curse of the XL, so let's not script the devil deal. Now we have the flip, which is not bad. We want to get additional boss items and certain little items. I think item room items count too. I'm not sure about shop items. Devil deal items I think count too. Like certain item pedestals, they work. Some of them they don't. So White Claw, anyways, going back with alcohol here. So White Claw, it's a cheap seltzer beer, but gluten-free. I mean, Budweiser made their own seltzer beer, which I'm not gonna have, period. Oh God. Let's just do that. Cursed Penny. That's an interesting item there, but oh my Jesus H. Mary, whatever. I don't have the patience, I'm sorry. Ooh, Deadeye. Yeah. That's gonna help with damage, not tears so much. Now, if we can get another charge here, and this room is pretty good, it's gonna help some things. Almond milk is definitely a tears up. We definitely want that somehow. I never tried box wine before. I've heard of the meme, well, kind of a meme. It's a kind of a meme drink, box wine. You know, people go out to the Walmart or wherever, the store, and or a convenience store, and they get like box wine. I never had it. I probably never will. I want some great quality wine, not like, Barefoot, or these other weird ones. Let's see here. I thought there was a battery in here. Never mind. I like good quality wine from a vineyard. Hey, thank you for that. 2 spades, extra keys, not bad. That's shielded. Oh yeah, so shielded tears and 99 bombs, huh? Man. Yeah, but I need the tears up. Let's try something here. Blank ruin. I'll give us a soul heart. I was hoping to give you a per throw. Anyways, the drinks were interesting. I'll say that. The ones I had recently. Had a pretty good bartender. Know what he was doing. And she was doing too. There's like 2 of them. Male and a female. Bartender. Bartender. Yeah. Not again! That was close. Like stuff like that. Like these rooms. Like I swear to God. Like Satan incarnate. I had a weird feeling that was going to be a troll bomb. That's why I was like being a little edgy there. Now I'm going to take almond milk. It's going to be fun. So we'll take this. That's anemic, which is pretty good. If we get hit, we can get like whatever. And then we'll take almond milk here. It'll tank our damage, but whatever. Point is the tears. Now, unfortunately, we won't have enough to get a thing in the other room. So, I might just have to grab the bombs and forget the shielded tiers. Oh, careful here. But hey, if we get some damage now, that's gonna make a hell of a difference. I mean, we can still get tiers up with this too, but you can tell by the scaling, it's kind of like wonky here. So let's see. 99 bombs would be pretty good. By itself, it's fine. All right, let's go in here. Risk everything in the making. Oh, you Jesus. That's not what I mean by risking it. Like, I want to get in here to preserve my devil deal, grab the solo Zazel, and use it. So I think we can use this in more than one room, as long as we kill the first boss fast. Oh, I had that root beer float thing. I remember talking about that last night. That was video. That was another drink I had. That one was probably my favorite, which makes sense because it's root beer and Captain Morgan. And some whipped cream, and then it had like a piece of, well, they say it's licorice. I don't know if it's really licorice. I think that's, well, maybe it is licorice. It's just flavored, whatever. All right, we're gonna speed this up. Get in there. I wanted to kill the, right on time. All right, we didn't get what we want, but we got some damage and some luck. Give it to me. Tears up. Luck down, I don't care. Puberty, that's pretty good. 48, oh, baby. I forgot that was an option. Okay. So we can get the 99 bombs, which I totally forgot to get, and good thing I didn't pick them up. Good thing I did forget. So we can get both of these. Baby. All right. What advantage would that do? I don't know. I would think it'd give me some kind of an advantage. It's gonna prevent the shots from coming at us so easily. See if we can find a quarter, maybe. That's okay. I'll go for a good New York strip though, right about now. But at the same time, I don't want to like overindulge on that kind of stuff where it's like I eat so much of it, then it kind of loses its luster, you know? Where it's like, oh wow, I've already had that steak every day, or you know, once a week or something. Once in a great while. Ooh, I thought about going there. Stuck with someone. We thought about going there. Do I want explosivo shots with this? Yeah, let's wait a minute, what is that right down there? Before we take that, let's go grab our battery charge and see what that other thing is. In case that's something good. I can't really make it out what that is. But even if we wanted to go to this one restaurant, it was already closed. Was the thing. All right, let's see what the heck this is about. That looks like the spider thing. Yeah, why not? It gives us a center, not a synergy, but like a center. Well, not a synergy. What's it gives us a special tier effect. That's fine. If it procs, it procs. Let's see what we got in here. What else we got? Box of friends, just absolute junk. All right. You know, that's not bad. A little bit of extra health. Checking here for extra pennies. Nope, none of that. All right, down the next floor. My hometown, speaking of restaurants, stuff, they had a buffet. And I don't know if it was it might have been like a franchise, like a small franchise chain or whatever. And people miss that restaurant, which there's nothing special about it. It was a generic buffet. The food was crappy. Like the so-called ice cream they called ice cream didn't taste like ice cream. It's very cheap, crappy yogurt is what I would compare it as. And it wasn't great quality. But we used to eat there quite a bit because it was just cheap restaurant food or whatever. It wasn't the greatest quality. Like, I've been to Perkins, I've been to, I guess, Old Country Buffet, which I have absolutely no memory to. I can't tell you about that experience. We don't really need the zit thing there. Skip on that. Uh-oh. We'll keep that key there, though. I had a margarita. First margarita at this restaurant in my hometown. Ooh, deep pockets and everything. That wouldn't be a bad get here. Give us more give us more money drop opportunities. Let's actually grab a soul heart first before going in this next room. Reserve our devil deal. We can get rid of our hearts and get some more soul hearts. We can proc our other thing here. Miniature explosions. That's actually pretty good. Makes sense. So we'll grab this. Grab this. Cool. And then we'll go back for the key if we're getting close to the boss. See, maybe we get like a battery drop randomly or something weird. Or a miniature battery drop. We got contract and from below and deep pockets. It's pretty good. Uh-huh. Or if we get a self-sacrifice room, then that room's going to be pretty useful. You know, with alcohol, it's kind of like with coffee, right? I mean, they're both drinks. But it's how they're prepared, what kind of quality the company is with making high-classy stuff, and, you know, lots of other factors. And also, how they prepare it. Now, bartenders are a lot like baristas, in a way. Because baristas, you know, they have a style of how they can mix the drinks just right and add, you know, different ratios. Bartenders are very similar to that. Only I don't know if it's more complicated to be a bartender with mixing drinks the right way or a barista. I imagine maybe alcohol would be much more of a complex thing to kind of like wean it. Because I could tell a difference with alcohol taste a lot better than, well, yeah, a lot better than as opposed to coffee. Like, I could notice some noticeable differences. It takes time to kind of like build that kind of taste sensitivity and whatever. Also, we just built a charge on our own before getting that charge key. That's cool. Double trouble, pooping troubles. It's a pooptacular room. Well, we got some mushrooms to kind of help us with the barrier stuff. Wouldn't it be funny if we would have got, like, magic mush out of that? Ooh, baby. There's Guppy's eye on the other one. I should not be popping pills, by the way. Brimstone's gonna be kind of fun here. Now, I'm going to just preserve that, just to preserve that. So we're going to pop that. We could probably take the other thing, but eh. So we got a cool synergy going on here right off the bat. Because we could deflect shots coming at us. Ooh, golden freaking pill. Hell yeah, brother. Now, since we got a couple of these bombs, we're going here, because sometimes they have a tenor rock. I'm not saying such a thing, but there is this rock here. 3 pennies, whatever. Look at that. Oh, pick up this. Oh, look at that. We're so fast at killing this stuff off. Look at that. We got a lot of money and we got a soul heart out of it. Worth it. You always want to pop in a big room, that one card. The poop card. Alright, we'll try this. Alright, we got some good stats out of it. Some not so great stats, but that won't really affect us too much. Too hard. Overall, that was worth it. When we got here, speed down, whatever. We're not completely screwed with speed. There's actually a book. I heard it was really good. Someone got for someone for their birthday or Christmas or whatever. And it was, a little black book of, like, making... Well, basically, it was a black book, and it was something about, like, how to make your own drinks the right way, and, you know, different portions and whatever else to get everything just right for mixing people's drinks. It's essentially, it's meant for, like, bartenders or, you know, people who are, like, want to make, you know, want to do their own expertise drinks, like make their own drink stuff. Like, I could probably get a cocktail shaker and some little things, but problem is, like, one, I don't really drink alcohol that often, and two, like I'm not sure how I'd mix certain things up just right, shake them just right, press, you know, put so much, like, leaves and stuff in there and everything else, certain herbs. Grind them up with a whatever pestle and mortar. You know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like that. They did that with my with the mint, and that was pretty cool. It's like, huh, I never seen that before at a bar. Alright, we're gonna get Thunder Thighs here, which does slow us down, but we can crack rocks and stuff, and it's extra health. And I do see a tenor rock over here, but first I need to check to see if there's anything else special in here. Yeah, I thought about getting one of those. I might get one of those, like sets or whatever. Experiment. Like, I got a lot of cookware too. I replaced like a bunch of different kinds of cookware over the years because of, you know, not want to be exposed to aluminum and non-stickware and stuff like that. Is that Princess Peach right there?
Gulp.
Make sure Nintendo doesn't see you out here. Princess Peach. They'll confiscate you and sue the Christ out of me for showing you in this game. Even though I have nothing to do with it and I'm an innocent bystander picking you up. Is that supposed to be Princess Peach or is that Zelda? Princess Zelda. Like, I don't play the game. I mean, I played very little bit of Zelda, like very little. Like, I played a demo of it at a family video. It was on the GameCube. I think it was the one that was like very highly rated one. But at the time it was new and I had no clue. I mean, I wasn't really into Zelda so much. Even though I haven't played a whole lot of it. I've heard of it. It's supposed to be good. I mean, ironically, this game is based off of kind of like Zelda. It has a similar like structure to it, I guess. That's the irony. I don't know about liking Zelda so much, and I'm playing a roguelike that's very similar in that kind of function. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. About Zelda's better than this one. Yeah. Dad's lost coin. Found you. By the way, I did find a coin. Alright, there's goat head behind that. There's also Guppy's tail behind that. So let's try something here. Definitely want this. We can go for Guppy's tail. Cambion Conception, nah. Now, that could have... Now, that kind of screwed us a little bit because... I could have got the other Guppy item and be 2/3 instead of 1/3, but whatever. Plus, it could screw up my... Well, could screw up my key chances here and stuff, but whatever. Luck upgrade, alright. If you want to try a New York strip for the first time, go somewhere that's kind of fancier than Applebee's. If it's like a local restaurant thing, it kind of depends. Like if it's its own local restaurant thing that isn't like high class. Like I know a place that my hometown, they think they're high class, but they're not. They try to appear that way, but the quality of food wasn't that great. Sometimes you can get wrapped up in that and be like, wow. It's all about the experience of trying it instead of tainting it. Now, I tainted my experience with shrimp. Well, kind of. I mean, it's been over a decade, and I haven't had a lot of it to be like, oh, this is the best damn stuff in the world. Or something weird like that. Someone wanted to cook me a steak one time. They had it in the freezer, and I looked in the back of it. It was like reading the Bible. It was it just very descriptive of the ingredients of what it is. Essentially, it was more than just steak. I'm like, no. They got mad at me. It's like, why not? It's meat. It's like, yeah, but you were not read the ingredients. Like, it was gluten-free, but like, nah. Nah, my dude. I'm not ingesting that. No tenor rocks I can see, but there could be a trapdoor in here. It's always a possibility. Speaking of meats, 4th of July is coming up, so I might buy some meats for the occasion for barbecuing. I'm going to try to wing it with barbecuing this year. Should be simple enough. Just don't catch a fire and... I mean, yeah, I have to catch a fire, but like, not causing it to spread or anything is what I mean. Now, charcoal, propane, It's probably going to be charcoal. Do I really need, like, a liquid for, like, an accelerant for that, too? Can I just burn the charcoal somehow, naturally? I could pick up some wood things. I don't know if like, you know, for smoking or something. You know, smoking me, it's not like I'm gonna smoke this big old like thing of whatever. Oh yeah, man, I got this fat stack of wood right here. Came from a tree. I'm gonna grind it up and smoke it. No. Some yeah, man, my favorite is mahogany. You know, like in RuneScape, you can use mahogany trees to build some higher class construction stuff. And you can turn around and sell them as a profit for RuneScape, and that's like the fastest way to... The fastest way at the time, by the way, with RuneScape, just a little blurb here. Back in the day when the construction skill was a thing, like a new thing, one of the fastest ways to raise your XP is building just regular chairs and pulling them out and putting them back in, and your personalized house that you have built. When you go to the membership, when you have a membership and you go in that world of yours, that was like the fastest way, and I raised somebody up to like almost 60, level 60. And it didn't cost them a whole lot either of coins to get that wood. Because it was basic planks. Okay. Now we're getting on a little bit of a dangerous side here, but ooh, hell yeah, brother. Okay, we're okay for now. As before, I was rudely erupted, and it gave me a comedic timing. I was gonna say we're getting kind of the danger zone here with our health, but now we're a little bit better off now. All right, actually, you know what? Let's go to the fight the boss since we're having trouble looking for our other rooms here, just so we can maximize our charges. Monstral 2 is whatever. That's what I say about Monstral 2, just whatever. I noticed Deadeye's not working. Is that a feature or is that glitched? Well, there's our second guppy item. How about them apples? That looks like that other blood item. Tears up.
Tears up.
So let's do this, since that's free anyways. And I think we'll just take the quarter here. Sorry, brother Bobby, you suck royal butt. Not like super royal butt, but still royal butt. You're a little better in repentance, but not by much. We could play this beggar too if we want. We got that like procced. You little monster, give me it. Smoke them meats. I remember I gave someone years ago like a bottle of hot sauce, like really hot sauce. It was like scorpion, triad or some triad scorpion, or it was like supposed to be some high class spicy stuff. And they accidentally gassed themselves in their house with it by frying meat on a pan in the house. And they put too much of it there on the skillet. And because they were, yeah, frying meat on the skillet, you know, so it's not like broiling it or anything. And these vapors came out and it just gassed them. I'm like, well, yeah. And if it gets down your throat, it's gonna burn your throat too, and your lungs and everything else. You know, it's like mustard gas, man. You gotta be careful. And well, he's fine. Fortunately, he nothing bad happened to him. He got a speed upgrade. Cool. I gave some for Christmas to him this last year. And, because I looked up on Amazon, it's like, looking at the reviews, it's like, yeah, this stuff really burns, da-da-da. I'm like, perfect. And he didn't even have that much, like a very, very insignificant, tiny amount, and it burnt the crap out of him. I'm like, yes. I did tell him it's gonna be hot, so he's gotta not be using a whole lot of it or anything, but apparently he didn't listen, and, he had a little bit more than usual, I think, too. And so I thought it was a tiny amount, but he could have had a little bit more than that. And so if I'm gonna cook the meats and stuff, or help him with the meats, I'm gonna make sure he doesn't fry the meats with the sauce that's already on there as it's cooking, because that's no. I don't think you're even supposed to do that. I think you put the condiments on there afterwards. I'm pretty sure. Nobody just... That'd be kind of weird if you did that. Alright, what we got here? Book of Revelations. Everything. Book of Revelations would take care of the health issue. Perhaps. Eraser. And that, and that. I didn't mean to pick that up, but okay. Let's try something here. Huh, okay. So wait a minute, I have to leave and come back. Interesting, so it doesn't... Edmund, fix it! I thought it'd be like another like little thing that's gonna show me of what else I can flip it to, but apparently not. I don't know if that's just something that wasn't patched in or if that was intentional. So it doesn't be like breaking the game where it's like, oh, I got all this money, I could get 2 items at a time in each pedestal. See, I don't know what the entire intentions with this game sometimes with the patching. Maybe it was intentional, maybe it just wasn't added to it. Maybe someday I'll just tweet out to Edmund, be like, hey Edmund, this X thing happened in the game and it's kind of weird. Haha. Can you fix it? Maybe. Maybe. Once a blue moon I find something like that. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, it wasn't something where it's like, you know, you find a mega mod in a tiny room and it guarantees you not having a devil deal. I've had that happen before. A number of times, because that was intended. They have at the time, I think. Or maybe it was unintentional, like the one room with the one black poop. The super secret room. That was unintentional, but they kept it anyways. But it might be a lower chance of getting that. Was probably the difference, the changes. You sure it was intentional? Unintentional? You sure it wasn't a way to just tease me? Alright, this room's just all kind of silly goose right now. We're doing okay here, though, so far. Shot speed up, luck down. Really doesn't do a whole lot of to me with that. Well, the one thing I got, the restock sure came in handy, did it? I suppose if I do like a rerun or something, then Get an R key. That'd be pretty useful. Ah, yeah, I'm not getting you. You're not worth the stinking charge, my dude. This one's pretty good though. I seen one Isaac player don't want to take the cookie effect thing. We're just like, oh, I could do this X thing or whatever. Yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of cool and it has some danger to it. I know. I mean, I picked up X placebo, and that's, you know, that's his own kind of danger too. And that's our third guppy item. Baby Jesus. It was a miracle. I didn't expect I was going to get this.
The fool.
So now we can fly even without having our thing proc. So that's cool. All right, so we got a little laser light show. The fly generation. That's cool. I think next, for New Year's, I go back to that bar. I'm not... Because I made a mistake of going elsewhere for New Year's. What the hell? Alright, well, that's probably like... something to do with the item I just said, like... It's probably gonna hurt me if I shoot it. Up close to something. Whatever, life's full of dangers. You gotta take risks. Just not the haphazardly risks that could get you killed for doing something stupid. Or, like, get you in trouble. Use your best judgment, as I say. I can't tell you which one's specifically good or not, because we're talking about billions and trillions of different factors, my dude, and what kind of person you are and everything. If you're a person listening to this, I mean, you could very well be an alien. You could very well be a dog, cat. Somehow you make sense of it in the future. I don't know, man. Like, world's got full of possibilities. Now, Floop doesn't do so much for us here. I thought the other thing would give us like a tears up, but apparently not. Okay. So now we can look for a secret room as a last hurrah, perhaps. All right. As a possibility of finding an R key. That's not out of the realm of things because, well, there's a lot of items in secret rooms. We've got the flip too, so that can increase our chances if it is an item pedestal. Yummy, yummy. Maybe. Let's see. Keep forgetting I could fly too here, so I don't need to be like going around like that. Ah, maybe here? Really? Alright, in between the shop and the item room then? I suppose? Yeah. Well, a couple of keys doesn't hurt, especially since we've got Guppy's tail. There could be a deficit of keys pretty soon, but whatever. Alright, we're out of here. Very productive floor. Kind of a slowish run, but we were kind of milking at the same time, so... Got some goodies. Now, am I going to have alcohol at this 4th of July thing? I think I shouldn't bring any alcohol. Because the specific people are going to be there that are kind of more of an aggressive kind of drunk than, you know, funny, flirty drunk like me. Ooh, choose the shadow and the other thing. Well, we don't really need that other thing. Spectral tears. Do I really want that? I think we can go right over rocks with what we got, right? Brimstone? I'm pretty sure we can't, so I think we're fine. I mean, we might not use Judas as Shadow, but if something does happen to where we have to use it, then that gives us some damage and a couple extra hearts, but I'm not going to just off myself just to get that extra effect and running into a health issue. And plus we got
Experimental pill.
we got the Thane proc into the empty vessel. No, I don't think alcohol would be something I'm gonna brain. I'm just gonna brain meats. You get fired on a grill. Haha, I see what I care about that. What, did I have like some... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why would I have a holy card effect? I didn't use like a holy shield card. Oh, no, because of the trinket, right. Never mind. That threw me off for a second there. It's like, what the hell? Where did that come from? Like, that trinket is like kind of a god tier trinket for the anointed lost, that's for sure. Once per floor though, but it's still pretty good. Something like this character, not so much. Unless you got very specifics how that's gonna help you. That did save us a hit, so that saves us a heart from getting hit once per floor. Should I not screw it up? LOL. I'm just here having a cold brew black coffee, which is probably not a good idea to have in the afternoon if I'm going to have to get up early in the morning. Tomorrow. Ooh, triple. There's actually a drink I had a few years ago. I was babysitting someone's animals. And they went off, did some kind of convention thing or whatever. And I was like the only one there with the animals, taking care of them, walking them, feeding them, giving water, all that other good stuff, and love. Gotta give your animals love. That's the important thing. Give them all the love and attention. And boy, like, especially lap dogs. And like little ankle biters. They all want love. Let's see here. I'm gonna like get this because that's a speed upgrade, and then that gets us closer to Leviathan. All right, go down to the next floor. With the Leviathan transformation, it gives us some black hearts, and then I think it gets us other little perks too. You look like Cthulhu once you get the other perks. Nice soul heart out of that. That's cool. Got so much money. We can't use so much. But anyways, going back to the point here, I was babysitting someone's dogs as they were gone for something. And they had a bunch of my cards drinks. And I swear they taste like, I think it's my cards. My cards like lemonade and other drinks. I swear they taste like soda. And I drank most of them. Which I don't think I ever like... I don't think I ever had like a compulsion to drink that much like that at home by myself. But it was so good. It wasn't the alcohol that I was addicted to. It was like the flavoring and stuff. I was like, this is like drinking soda again. Because this was like after I cut back on some sugar. I wasn't quite on keto yet, but I cut back a lot of junk food and stuff at the time. So before I got on to gluten-free too. So I drank it up, and person was talking with, they wasn't so angry with me about it, I don't think. But their boyfriend was, because that was their, that was his. And I was like, oops. And it was around that time too, around the time when they came back home, I was a little intoxicated from the drinks, having too many. And they wanted me to kill a giant cockroach with a flip-flop as I was drunk. And let me tell you, it was not only difficult, not only this cockroach was probably like a queen cockroach or something, like some big ass thing, like you hear about like queen bees being bigger than the others. That's what this cockroach was. Must have been a queen cockroach of some sort. Just so happened to be crawling around on the ceiling or whatever, and I was trying to kill it with the flip-flop, and that damn thing could scurry. At the same time, they're screaming at me, kill it, kill it, kill it. I was like drunken, intoxicated, and I'm trying my best to kill it, my dudes. If I have better luck with killing it, well, then again, they were shorter. I was like the only tallest one. And, I did kill it eventually, but whatever. That was a big, juicy one, though. Bet you could fry that on a grill. You'd probably get some parasites out of it or something. Parasites, my favorite. It's like, I remember reading years ago about this study talking about drinking cockroach milk. I'm like, not in a million years, like never. Because one, yeah, like, you could probably do some quality control with it, but because they carry parasites and other weird diseases and stuff. Another thing too, it's not nutritionally valid, you know, healthy for you or anything like that. And second, like, that's from a bug. No. I mean, I had a piece of scorpion candy. It was like hard candy with a little scorpion in there before from Colorado. I mean, that was a little different. That's just kind of novelty, right? I can't be like telling people, oh, what do you drink? Oh, well, I drink a bunch of cockroach milk every morning. Be like, I mean, one thing, like, they'd probably be grossed out and gag and stuff, like, eh, cockroach milk, what's wrong with you? Or could be like, just eating cockroach milk. It's like, yeah, I had some cock milk today. And then it'll be like, they'll be only be thinking of one thing and definitely not bugs. I was like, oh, okay, that's too much information. TMI. TMI. No, well, that'd be like a joke. Be just pulling them. Yeah, I had some cock milk today. I had to squeeze those. I had to squeeze that function. Like a wash rag. Rain it out. Then it'd be even more confused, like rain it out this thing. Yeah. Be like thinking to themselves, what the hell's going on with them? You will eat the bugs and you will like it. Absolutely not. I'm gonna eat as much freaking red meat as I can. I mean, I had hamburger, so I you know, I put in the 4 portion sizes. All right, what looks appetizing here? All right, I do see something here. I had a feeling that was gonna take that guy away. All right, so we'll do this. Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll take this. We really don't need that item, honestly, and that one's whatever, so we're out of here. Cool. And we go up. Also, shout out to Bug Juice, which was like a 90s television show on Nickelodeon, which, ironically, I didn't I don't think I've watched really much of it. The only reason why I wasn't into just live action shows for kids. You know, in the 90s, it was more aligned to cartoons, of course. But I've seen the intro, that song, so many times. Bug Juice. I assume it's like a camp, like one of those camp kind of shows for with kids going to summer camp, and Bug Juice must be like some type of club, like the Buttercream Club or whatever it's called, the Butter Gang. Which I don't think it's a Disney property. That's like something separate though. The Buttercream Gang. That's what it was. Buttercream Gang. I have a VHS tape of it, but I never sit down to watch it. The Buttercream Gang. What is it? I assume it's a bunch of kids in some small town, Terrytown or whatever, like probably somewhere in Wisconsin maybe. If I would have to put my finger on it. I guess it's just kids who were just like, they're in a club. They kind of got together. People didn't want anything to do with them, so they kind of did their own club. Sounds familiar, right? Like a lot of different movies. Like the one club from Stranger Things. They all got together and stuff. And then like, also like that, oh my, I just blanked on the name. What was it, the other one? Oh, the club from It. The Losers Club or whatever. Remember that? Or how about the Boxcar Children? Okay, now that one would probably be a little bit more obscure for you because that was like some 50s or 60s era books, which I read this part of a lot of the series books when I was a kid because it was in the library. Long before my time. Of course, that kind of stuff, well, you see, the whole box, I'll give you like a little premise of it. So, Boxcar Children, I read the first book, I think, in the series. This is how they kind of got started. Here's my limited memory of the Boxcar Children. They essentially find a boxcar in the woods. I assume the boxcar was deserted. It probably was derailed or was left abandoned. Could have been a derailment. And it was just a boxcar. Set at an angle in the woods. And the Boxcar Children go there to kind of do stuff. I don't know, like, I think solve mysteries or something, maybe. Either solve mysteries or, oh, look at that. Like, I think I've seen every Guppy item in this game. Every one in this playthrough. Yeah. Yeah, I have. I'll be damned. Anyways, I got it because why not? So anyways, I guess they have all their different kind of like adventures that they're doing or whatever. You got specific things going on. And of course, it's like the very thing they were doing, which ironically around that time I was learning that we shouldn't be doing with trains, like getting into abandoned carts, abandoned like, well, not even abandoned, but like in general, like any train carts or anything like that, or getting close to the tracks. And one of the things we learned about, it's like, well, if you get in the tracks, or not the tracks, if you get in the boxcar, you may not even get out ever again. You may not find your body, Essentially what they're telling us kids. And don't throw rocks at the trains either, because you cause a derailment, or something else is going to happen. Don't get close to the tracks because you get run over. You know, things like that. Chop you in a billion bits. Of course, they didn't tell us that, but like, as an adult, like, duh. But as a kid, you'd be like, they tell it in a more PG way, so they don't freak you out as much. Be like, oh my god, the train's gonna come kill me, and split me in billions of pieces, and Splatter my guts over the place. No, they don't tell you that, man. Just basic railroad safety. Just like with basic gun safety stuff, too. Stop! Don't touch! Leave the area! Tower adult! That was a song, too. I forgot who it was. Eddie the Eagle, was it? My memory serves me right. Eddie the Eagle. He was the one with the kind of a gun safety thing. I think. I thought it was Eddie the Eagle. Of course, he had a McGruff the crime dog. At that time, it was like gangs. We were learning about, like, don't join any gangs. And don't do drugs, kids. Joke's on them. I'm drinking coffee. They'll come out and raid me. Not really. They'll come out and stop me from drinking this delectable dark roast coffee. I read in a report, it was part of a requirement for DARE class near the end of the year, grade school. I forget what it was about, but we had to write it, and then I think we had to read it in front of a crowd of people. It's just like our perspective about the DARE program and how we're going to, like, you know, continue this effort and all this other stuff. Like, I don't know how much DARE impacts kids anymore and how much of a presence they have anymore in schools. I don't think there is as much of it, but even the Red Ribbon Week was another thing too. And I think that's still going on. Like, that's a very old tradition. Before my time. And that's also part of, like, drug awareness stuff too, essentially. Oh yeah, take my range away. Why don't you take more of my range away? Now, I can't really tell you for certain exactly what I learned in DARE class, and there's another variant called Great. But essentially, I mean, it has to do with drugs. You know, not to do drugs, be drug-free. But, like, I think we probably talked about, like, not to drink, not to smoke and do hard drugs or anything like that. Another big thing at the time we were talking about is, like, inhaling stuff. You know, spray cans and all that other weird stuff. Because that was kind of prevalent back then, I suppose. A little bit more prevalent at the time. And now it's like you got all sorts of crap now. You got prescription drugs. You've got the whole opioid crisis, which is absolutely screwed up. And how complicated things are with that whole sector of things. Basically, it's legal, like, narcotics or whatever, like real bad narcotics. Now, what about internet addiction, though? And I'm not, like, saying this is, like, being cheeky or anything, but, like, I mean, in that form, it's kind of an addiction, right? And you have other different vices, too, that kind of fall underneath that as a kind of drug. I mean, video game addiction. I mean, it is a thing. As you see me playing all these damn games. Oh, you darn kids playing all your video games. And meanwhile, I'm making all these series of videos here, playing all these very damn video games myself. I'm not knocking on you people if you play video games. It's your lifestyle. It's your choice. I'm just saying, like, as examples of things that back then we wouldn't have thought that there was going to be such a thing, but it has now that I'm an adult and seeing it now with things. Like internet addiction, like when I was a kid, like hell, there wasn't like much of really any of that because there wasn't much of an infrastructure and no one's going to be sitting there with dial-up. Because one, you had to afford a computer, and at the time it was very expensive. And also, shout out to Book of Revelations coming back here again. I just realized there's another one. It's the second time I've seen it. So I guess if you had flip and it was behind another item, it's not guaranteed to be taken away from me. That's always cool, I guess. Got some colorful tears here. Railroad safety. I might still have some of the homework from the railroad safety stuff, like a coloring book and everything else. That's definitely prevalent in my town. We have different railroad tracks and everything else. Like it wasn't some just generic town with no railroad tracks. That's a very good thing to kind of teach kids. The safeties. I mean, I've learned about like the safety of crossing streets, looking both ways and things like that. I mean, standard stuff, obviously. But it's also good for parents to teach those kids those kind of skills and stuff. So they're safe. You know, they have understanding. Like I started swimming even like in grade school, long before I was required in high school. You know, just for safety reasons too. It's nice to just get your skills like adapted before you have to have them for something. Anyways, that was a good run. I know the last run kind of sucked because I did it to myself, but it's whatever. We redeemed ourselves with this new run, and it was pretty powerful. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.